What's happening, guys? This is Bharat for iGyaan, and today we're going to be doing a quick review of the new XOLO A500S. Now, this is a budget Android device that is quite promising for 6,500 rupees in the market. Let's check out why we like this device. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the new A500S from XOLO. Now, this is a budget device. You can get it for about 6,500 to 7,000 rupees in the market. You can see how well this device has been built. You have a really nice array of features and a very pocketable size, a very grippable body, a really nice design for the device. A very budget device, but with a very premium looking design and a very premium looking finish over here, as you can see. So let's quickly take you through the specifications on the device. If we start off on the front over here, we have a VGA camera, and we have a 4-inch display, which is a 480 by 800 pixel display. But the resolution of the display is pretty good for the device. It looks pretty nice, in fact, and we have really no complaints with the display whatsoever. If we come down to the bottom over here, you can see 3 touch capacitive buttons. They're nicely well lit and easy to tap. You can also see the microphone on the front over here. If you look at the right side, you have the main power lock and unlock button. If you look at the top, you have the 3.5mm headphone jack along with the micro USB charging data syncing port. On the back is a 5 megapixel camera with LED flash. In this sort of glass design, which also probably houses the antenna, you have the XOLO logo embedded. Really nice, subtle logo. Not fancy, not shiny, doesn't protrude out. Very nice, subtle looking logo, and a soft touch back panel. Really nice speakerphones over here. And on the left side, you have the volume rocker. Nothing on the bottom over here. On the bottom left, in fact, you can just simply pull out the back cover. You can see you have dual SIM card slots, a micro SD card slot, and you have the battery over here, which is a 1400 milliamp hour battery. So really nice design, fairly slim. It's only 9mm, but it actually appears to be less than that. And the overall device fits in the pocket really easily and is really comfortable to hold and use on a day-to-day basis. Now, if we talk about the internals of the device, we have a 1.2 GHz MediaTek 6572W chipset with a Mali 400MP GPU. You also have 512 megabyte of RAM and 4 GB of inbuilt storage onto the device, which some would agree to the fact that seems less to begin with, but this is targeted to be a very budget and very basic device. So let's talk about the basic features. You can see you have a very stock looking vanilla sort of Google interface, Android interface over here. Pull down from the top, you get your notifications. You can slide through them, easily get rid of your notifications, and you can see a little bit of lag over there. So you'll see that on a day-to-day basis. If you use 2 fingers to pull down, you should get the quick toggles, but you don't in this scenario. So you have to tap on the quick toggles, and you get all your quick toggles over here. You press on the settings panel, and you go into About Device. You'll be able to see that it's running Android 4.2.2, which is fairly recent. In fact, it's fairly new for this device to have it for 7,000 rupees. It's quite interesting. If you look at stuff like the dialer, very basic stock looking dialer, you can access your call records and your contacts from over here. You can also initiate video calls from here. Once you select the call, you can choose which SIM card you want to make the call with. So a very usual sort of interface. If I go into messaging, very nice keyboard, very stock. Again, you can replace it with swipe or any such keyboard that you might want to replace it with. If I convert into landscape, a quick conversion from portrait into landscape. If I go over to the internet browser over here, you can see that it loads up websites. Kinetic scrolling is fairly fast, fairly responsive. For a dual core device, it's pretty impressive. You can pinch in, pinch out, no lag over there in pinching in, and you can pan around as well. So quad core device can be had for a couple of $1,000 extra, but if you don't want to spend a couple of $1,000 extra, this device is pretty good. Now, don't expect to do heavy gaming. You can do basic gaming like Subway Surfer, Angry Birds, and other games will install, but they won't give you the kind of experience that you would expect from, say, a quad core device. So you can play games like Subway Surfer, Angry Birds without any issues, and those are usually the games that people end up playing anyway. So yeah, got kicked by the train. But you can see that fairly responsive in terms of that. Now, if you hold down on the home button, you get your multitasking. And this, which is supposed to be the multitasking button, is actually a... So notifications over there. Random emails. So this, what is supposed to be a multitasking button, is actually a menu button. So you can jump into system settings, change the wallpaper, change manage applications from over here as well. So fairly nice in terms of that. You can also hold down on the home page over here and get your image gallery or change the wallpaper from over here. You can also install a video wallpaper. So for example, if you want to do this wallpaper, you can put that in the background, so this will keep on playing, so you have an animated sort of home screen. Looks nice, looks different, so that's good. You can also add your cities into the time clock widget that they have over here. So for example, if I put Delhi, they have all sorts of Delhis, but they don't have New Delhi. So let me put in New Delhi, and hopefully you can find it this time. And once you do that, you get your weather information along with the time and the weather forecast from Yahoo. So again, lots of basic elemental features that you can get. I'll also take a look at the camera real quick. And you can see we have a very stock looking camera. On the back you have a 5 megapixel camera, which is not great at all. In fact, it is not the best camera that you can get in this price bracket. I've actually seen better cameras. The white balance is all over the place. Panoramas are decent. You also have something called smile shutter, which lets you click images when a smile is detected. We tried that. It's really sketchy. It's not the best that you can get. You do get the standard Android features over here, so that is good, but we would have liked a better camera. So don't expect to do a lot of photography with this. It is not supposed to be a great camera device. Now, I'd really like to conclude this video. We got great amounts of talk time. We got 5 to 6 hours of talk time on this device, which is fantastic for a dual SIM capable device. And I'm talking about 3G talk time. Overall, the battery life was good enough to last us a good day plus a couple of hours. So if on the next day you don't get a lot of calls, you can actually last a day and say 15 hours, which is pretty good for a device which only has a 1400 milliamp hour battery. So battery life on this is good, standby life is pretty good, and it is a impressive device in terms of build quality and sustainability. Now, how it does in the long run is what we really need to check, and we've had this device for about 14 to 15 days, and we saw that it performs great. We really like the speakerphone, we really like the build quality, and in day-to-day usage, the device does not slow down. You get all your features. You can quickly access the camera from the lock screen, and you can also put in widgets in the other lock screen, so you can slide into the left, put in a clock or anything that you would like to put in on the left side, which is great. Again, if you're looking to customize the device to your requirements, you can do that as well. Lots of widgets can be downloaded from the Google Play Store. The device does have an FM radio inbuilt over here, and you get your basic Google services out of the box. You also get Google Now. So what is the weather like in Toronto, Canada?
It's 21.
So this is what happens sometimes. The video crashed on the home screen, and the audio from Google Now stopped playing. So this is the kind of thing that happens. What is the price of $1 US in Indian rupees?
1 US.
So it stops. So it does crash a bit. The rupee is really taking a hit, isn't it? But if you don't have this video wallpaper running in the background, these glitches don't happen, but they happen if you have a very essentially it's a lack of RAM on the device. So if you don't have a lot of RAM, which this device doesn't, it only has 512 megabyte of RAM, so it will take a hit. $1 US in Indian rupees?
1 US.
So it still crashes. She doesn't complete what she's saying, which is, it was working fine earlier, so I don't know what's happening. Either way, guys, we feel that it's a good device. It's not crashed or hung up in day-to-day usage. We've used it extensively. That Google Now glitch is the first glitch I've seen, and that is something that sort of starts to worry me over here. You do have XOLO Care. I really never tried it out, so I don't know. XOLO Power is a fantastic app. It does really help improve the power capabilities, and I guess that's why when I put it in night mode and I wake up in the morning, I still have a lot of charge left, so I get another 10 hours of usage thanks to this particular app. So really you should set up your device to work with this app. It works really well. Apart from that, you do have XOLO Secure, which syncs your data with Google. Again, really never tested it out, but it's supposed to be a good backup service for your data. So it's good. If you have some essential data that you like backing up, you should use that. So there you go, guys. This was our quick review of the new XOLO A500S, possibly the best and easy to use device in this price bracket. After sales service is what I really need to see, and sustainability of hardware over a long period of time is what we really need to check with devices such as XOLO. We do get complaints off and on with several manufacturers, in fact, Micromax, XOLO, Lava, Cellcon. All these manufacturers get a lot of complaints from users. So we really need to see what service is like and what we need to do to ensure that we get good service. But overall, as a device out of the box, I feel that it's a good value for money device, and for those who are looking for a smartphone in this price bracket will not be disappointed with this little device, and it can be a good first phone. It's definitely better than buying a Samsung Galaxy Y, which has a tiny screen. This has a nice 4-inch display which looks really nice, performs really well, and outdoor visibility is good on this as well. Have any questions or queries, jump over to our full review on iGyaan.in. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/iGyaan, youtube.com/iGyaanTV. For iGyaan Networks, this is me, Bharat Nagpal. Thank you guys for watching.